Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers. Now the left fielder, James Wood. That's off the inside corner. And we're underway here in the home opener. And now
That's a
2-0.
ball.
Fastball for a strike. Not
3
even
balls,
close
1
there.
strike.
And that's ball 3.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3.
Pulled the string on the changeup. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
In his 3rd season, he features a 14 fastball, a slider, and he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw.
He's out.
And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. First
Ball
pitch
1.
doesn't find the zone.
That's ball 2.
Missed.
2-0.
Ortiz whips it to first. And they get Altuve for the out. And the Astros put down in order. Back here with my pal Singy. And starting this one, Hayden Wisniewski.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Pena on to first.
He's out.
And a quick out, number 1. Jackson Chourio getting ready to hit. On the ground right side. Diaz
Got him.
steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Next for the Brewers, Christian Yelich. And first offering is fouled off. And a foul ball.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
2 outs, base is empty. Up the middle, a dive, nice stop. Throws from his knees.
He's in there.
Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Altuve sizes this one up, and that's the inning. New inning getting started, and here is Yordan Alvarez. Bukowskis back to work. One away. Isaac Paredes will hit next. First
Ball!
pitch
That pitch is
misses.
out.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that's
2 balls,
downed away.
1 strike.
Paredes, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Foul ball.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Freeland Makes the play, and there's 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Yainer Diaz. And that's back in Milwaukee, where these fans are excited for another year of Brewers baseball. They've celebrated division titles back-to-back seasons now.
And they won the NL Central by 10 games, Boog. That was without Craig Counsell at the helm.
Not bad. Next offering is fouled back.
I really didn't know what to expect from the Brewers last year. There was a lot of uncertainty, if we're being honest. They were starting a 20-year-old in the leadoff spot.
Outside, that's a ball.
Corbin Burns in the offseason and lost Brandon Woodruff for the year because of an injury.
Don't forget they were also without all-star closer Devin Williams because of a back injury. He missed the first few months to start the year.
2-2 the count.
Yeah, and these fans are hoping for better luck when it comes to injuries this season. If they're healthy, they might go beyond the wild card round this year.
Slow down, partner. It's early. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Garrett Mitchell digs in now. And ball one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty. And that
Ball 2.
misses. And it's 2-1. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And that one's gone. He'll touch them all. It's 1-0. 1 out, base is empty. And now it's going to be Zach Neto. Right through there for a strike. There's a swing and a miss.
Oh, that's that slurve right there.
0-2 is the count.
Do it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. To the right side. In plenty of time to first, and there's 2 down. Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Wallner squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Top half of the 3rd inning. Vic Caratini at the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. That one found hard the other way. That's off the mark, and it's 1-1. That one missing inside. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
He was all over that one. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out.
Hey.
He's safe in third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. The
That's a
shortstop
ball.
takes a ball.
Ball one, no strikes.
And
Nope, that's
ball.
off the plate. Ball two.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The tying run is in to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Ball one.
Altuve, the next to hit, takes outside. And
Ball.
the slider
Down.
just misses. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
3-0.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And ball
Nope.
4 to
Ball
a
four.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Jordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Back here in Milwaukee, and Singy, it's impossible not to think of the longtime late voice of the Brewers, Bob Uecker.
Yeah, a huge loss for the Brewers community, but even so for the baseball community at large. What an icon in our game, and famous calls will never be forgotten. His presence, his humor, all the relationships that he had over generations, just one of a kind.
Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes. Up now for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. Fought off foul. Foul ball there.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first.
Ball,
it's
that's
be
out.
tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Runner on the go. Pitch
That's
high.
ball two. 2-2 to count.
And now makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. So the intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 down. And now it's William Contreras. Out to short, Pena. They hit the force
You're
out. Out number 3. Back here at American Family Field, here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Fires over to Hoskins, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. So digging in, Matt Wallner. Flied to right, his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good,
ball.
If he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that
I got a
early in
ball,
the
one
count.
strike.
Terang. He makes the grab. 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Yainer Diaz. 0 for 1 so far. Terang. Over to first.
He's out.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. First
1-0.
offering in the dirt. Hoskins, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Now 1-1.
1-1.
Hoskins pushes it foul. Inside,
nope, that's
just
inside.
Missed. That one
count is 3-2.
And the count's full.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
On the ground to the left. Paredes
Got
fires
him.
over to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
And that one is lifted in the air. Myers hauls it in for the out. Zach Neto now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Now fly ball to right center. Wallner. And that'll do it. Back here in Milwaukee, all set for the start of the inning. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Victor Caratini. Neto whips it across, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Next to hit, Jake Myers. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. This looks like extra bases, and that's going to get into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate.
And it's caught for the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Myers on at second with 2 down.
Nope. Ball 1.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it is if you swing at it. He had a broken bat as you jog
1 ball,
back to the dugout.
2 strikes.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Throws to first
Got
in
him.
time. That ends the frame. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Up now for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. Right side, hard hit. Diaz
Out.
takes it to the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. This is Bryce Terang. Fly to left his first time. That one
Ball.
off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Outside
out.
with a breaking ball. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. So the batting order turns over. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. New pitcher on now, Brian King.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
2 away now. So up next, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 2 in this one. Fouled off down the right side. 2 outs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
With the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher. If you're anticipating based off the trajectory,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get yourself into scoring position.
Runner on the go. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here at American Family Field. All set for the top of the 6th. And now, Jose Altuve.
Well, these Astros, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And there's 1 down. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Not
1 ball,
close with that
2
one.
strikes.
Now 1 and 2. Base hit, so they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up.
Ball, that's out.
Front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Glove flip for 1, and that's 2. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, these Brewers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's
1 ball, 1 strike.
Frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And that
2
one
balls,
missing low.
1 strike.
Into center. Myers on his way over. Makes the grab after a long run. 1 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Pitching change here, Bobby Miller. Contreras, the batter now as he swings and
0-1's the
misses for
count.
strike 1. Late swing fouled off. One down, base is empty. Foul ball still 0-2. In the air, right field. He's got it. And that quickly, 2 away. Rhys Hoskins to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Top of inning number 7, and now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Myers back to work. And it's
1-1.
Terang over to first in time. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And next. Next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Uribe,
That's a ball.
A 6'3" righty. He features a sinker, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. Mitchell gets under it. That's out number 2. Victor Caratini getting ready to hit. Has grounded out a couple of times. That one's carrying. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And fouled off. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
He's under it. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The pitch. Strikes through that one. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Zach Neto. That one fouled off. Three, and that's 2 in a row. Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. We go to the 8th. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. And the first
ball 1, no strike.
Is not close. And that
ball,
one is
that's inside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. That's
ball inside.
And the count is 3-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Hoskins handles the chance. Here's the tag.
On the tag.
He's out. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Out number 2. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Mitchell. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. On to the bottom of the eighth. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-1's the count.
In the air to left center. Wood brings it in with a nice running grab. Now it's the right fielder, Sal Frelick. 1 for 3. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Jackson Chorio up now for the Brewers. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing called strike. And it's 0-1. And that's
1-1. Up
the middle, Pena. Sends it to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning. We go to the 9th. Now it's the DH, Yordan Alvarez. And there's a strike.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything,
no balls, 2 strikes.
What you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
That's
just
a ball.
Missing there. And it's
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he punches him out. He went around. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Terang. Tosses to first. And that quickly, 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ortiz puts it away, and that is that. Bottom 9. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. Inside. Just missed. A little up front there as he swings through it.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And a count 1-2. To the right side. And that one finds its way through.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the...
Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Yohan Duran. Digging in, William Contreras. Late swing, fouled off. Winning run on base at first, no outs. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one is downstairs. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball,
Way to lay off
2
that
strikes.
pitch down.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Hoskins pushes it foul. 1 down. Winning run on at first. And
2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in
No
the game
balls,
these
2
days.
strikes.
You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Throw into third. He gets there. Winning run at third with only 1 out.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big-time swing when this team really needed it. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time.
And that one in the air center field. Myers snags it on the run. In comes the winning run, and they walk it off. And all right, first pitch coming up. Today's starting pitcher, Spencer Arrighetti. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Next offer in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Packed house here at Daikin Park. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Here's Jose Ramirez. And that is out of play.
That's a ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish. Battling here as he fouls it away. Now one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Did he go?
Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. He did not go around. Here comes a 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off-speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. That one is absolutely belted, and it one-hops the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and they put the tag on him for the out. And now the catcher comes up to him, Tyler Stevenson. Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. Ramirez in to score, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
C.J. Abrams stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swinging a foul out of play.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
1 ball,
Stevenson
2 strikes.
At second with 2 down.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. Upstairs.
2-2 the count.
And that one hammered back there. And it's gone. That one felt good. It's 4-0. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. On the ground. Slings to first. That'll end the inning after a lot. And now the left fielder, James Wood.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Waste no time there. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body.
0-1.
The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series. In the dirt.
Ball.
He was looking to come up with the
3 balls,
shutdown
1 strike.
And off to a shaky start. And a pitch. And
Hey,
ball
2.
in there for a strike at 91.
3-2.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. No outs, runners at first and second. Ramirez to second, out, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Yordan Alvarez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Outside
Ball 2.
low. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next
Ball,
pitch
that's
is
out.
outside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
So now 2
Take your base,
on
ball 4.
and 2 outs.
It all just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Seager. Inning over.
He's out.
Second inning set to go. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Eric Getty back to work. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1's the count.
And
Ball
that is
down.
downstairs. And the count even 1-1. And that's
a ball.
downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 1 strike. That ball's foul.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's back there. This one's out of here. Into the archways. Kiss that ball goodbye. So up next, Jake Fraley. There's a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Gets under it and pops it up. Paredes. And out number 1 on the grab. And now the right fielder, Will Benson. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Now it's Corey Seager. And that's
ball, that's low.
downstairs. And that's ball 1. Hit hard but foul off to the left. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0. Now it's Jose Ramirez. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Next for Cincinnati, Tyler Stevenson. On the ground to third. Paredes fires over to first. They limit the bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Handles, throws to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. So digging in, Yainer Diaz. First
counts
pitch,
1-0.
not close.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Ball, that's off the plate.
1 out, bases empty. And downstairs.
Nope, that's down.
Throw on to Olsen. And a couple of quick outs. Vic Caratini at the plate. Corrals it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here in Houston, on to the 3rd inning. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes.
Off balance speed. There's 1 to first. Nice.
He's
in
good.
time. Great effort there. In now for the Reds, T.J. Friedel. He's already homered in this game. In the air, left side. Wood moving under it. Puts it away for the out. Here's the left fielder, Jake Fraley. He popped out his first time. Pitch misses.
Ball one.
1-0.
Ball one, no strikes. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball two.
Usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. A massive home run. And they add a couple more. It's 8-0. So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Will Benson will hit next. Rips that one center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Back here at Dyken Park as we go to the last of the third. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake Myers. Foul ball.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Caught looking for the K. Back to the top of the lineup, and now James Wood. Fouled off left side. That clips the corner. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy Pena. Swings and misses at the sweeper. 2 outs,
the
base
count.
is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
Benson brings it in for the third out. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, we've been... And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 9-0. And it's fouled away.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they tack one on the board. It's 10-0. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Bouncer to second. And that one handled. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Caratini pulls that one down, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Now here is C.J. Abrams. Ground ball right side, and foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off.
What do we got? The crab fries in Philadelphia? Is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Third hit of the day for the DH. And that keeps the inning going. Safe. And that's his third hit. So up next, Matt McClain. In the air, right field, Wallner. And that is that. Bottom four, now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Check swing. Did he go?
0-2 is the count.
He did. That one
That's a
in
ball.
the dirt. Now 1-2.
Well, every pitcher wants
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count.
Having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, we know this, down 1 or down 10, Jose Altuve is not going to give away an at-bat.
Did he go?
Altuve checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he won around. Rule to swing. Air Jordan steps in to take his hacks. He reached on a walk his first time. And a foul ball. Alvarez, 27 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That ball's foul.
Good job to fight that one off. 5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering
1 ball,
who's
2 strikes
first.
Friedel settles underneath it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Grounded out his first time up. Check
1-0.
swing. He held up. And it's 1-0. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Man,
1-1.
That was pretty gross right there.
Two outs. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
First career win, and it's a doozy, a complete game shutout. That puts you in the company of all-time great pitchers like Louis Tiant and Addie Joss. What a performance today.